In this video we're departing Ukraine in Kiev for Berlin.
501, hello, welcome to Boryspil, taxi to 10 Delta 11 by Bravo 24.
Ground Vision 2 Delta Whiskey for push and start.
2 Delta Whiskey, push and start approved, facing north, I guess.
Okay, push and start approved to the north, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey. Oh god. Handling by Aeroflot Airlines. That is not very culturally sensitive, GSX. Why are we being handled by Aeroflot? Oh dear. Oh my god, that GSX voice is cringy as well. I mean, yeah, I guess the accents are somewhat similar, but this is just like, it sounds like a cartoon. Sounds like a cartoon character.
Ukraine International 847, contact Boryspil Tower on 119.3, have a great flight, bye-bye.
119.3 and I missed Alpha 5, so continue to down to Alpha 6, Ukraine International 847, default scenery. Thank you very much, дуже дякуємо.
Start engines.
І про всяк випадок ще 13 років в реальному житті літають Бориспіль, з Борисполя, всі 4 тисячі забудували на першому наборі. Доброго дня.
Ну як мені радар каже, я сколько я стільки грав.
Розумію. Перекажіть просто, щоб красивіше було. Доброго дня вам, будьте здорові.
Alright, 4 engines to start. For everyone on the video, this is again the 747 Pratt & Whitney that we arrived in. Actually got some different scenery for Kiev as well. The old one that I was using was for FSX in P3D and didn't seem to be very well aligned with the runways. So this one is P3D. What you have to understand about blind pilots is they're not going to pay for payware scenery. So if we get freeware, we look for freeware. Unless it's really necessary to get a payware, try and find some good freeware because it's pretty much a total waste of money for us. Other than the fact that payware has more accurate gates and runway alignments and whatever, it isn't really worth it. Okay, good. So we are facing north.
Walk 3314.
Also noticed that the volumes were a little bit quiet on vatsim on the last video and loud on the simulator. That was because I'm still figuring out this new OBS system that allows me to mute and unmute all the various applications that we use. So I had to reset all my volumes and they got a little bit out of whack, but I've done some correcting and hopefully they'll be somewhat better for this.
For the departure contact 135.55, walk 3314.
I've already messaged ground and tower telling them about the reposition, so I'm just gonna tell ground in a minute that we are ready to go to 36 right and
all engines stable.
we will then tune to tower course, as we always do as flying pilots.
Ground using support 23 ready for push and start and turn right. Grand National Order 3, push and start approach. Push and start approach facing south, using international course.
Left ground just gonna request the QNH please.
Yeah, I was watching a streamer by the name of British AV Geek, and he'd done this event and was doing some plane spotting, and on our approach he was, saying, oh, he's lined up with the grass, he's doing this, he's doing that, and I was like, because I was there, I was watching it back after the fact. I was like, well, everything was fine on my indications, and I think we were lined up with the runway fine. It was an FSX scenery from like 10 years ago. There's not much freeware scenery for P3D out there for this airport, Kiev. But I managed to find a better one after some digging around, I think. But yeah. And then he's like, oh, you disconnected on the runway, it's like, yeah, that's part of our procedures as blind pilots. But obviously he didn't know that, so I left a little comment on his video to say, this is just what we do. We fly by speech and everything, so we can only really go off the indications that our ILS and speech and everything gives us. If it says we're lined up, then we're lined up, and that's what you're gonna do. Right, you know what? Let's do the taxi checklist.
Taxi checklist.
Do this.
Anti-ice. As required. Recall.
Yeah, there's no recall.
Checked. Auto brakes. RTO. Flight controls.
Right, flight control checks.
Full left. Full right. Full back. Full forward. Rudder full left. Rudder full right. Checked. Ground equipment. Cleared. Checklist complete.
Going to make sure that my tramp is set up. So this is the freeware autopilot software that we use sometimes to fly the freeware aircraft that we use, but for today I'm just going to use it to set up the runway so we can reposition. And I also just wanted to check. Okay, so 47.4 on landing. We'll burn some of that off as well, and there may be holding into Berlin. Who knows? It is another vatsim event. Right. Oh, see, this scenery actually gives me, via the speech and talking flight monitor, the taxiway. So on taxiway Charlie 5. So this scenery is a lot better, I think, than that other one. Right. Ground Vision 2 Whiskey Heavy is fully ready. Make the reposition over to 36 right. So if you'd like us to switch over to tower, we can do that, or stay with you.
To Delta Whiskey, yeah, contact Boryspil Tower on 119.3, so the 25 by that.
1193, thanks for ATC today, Vision 2 Whiskey. Alright. So it was 19.3, and we will go speak with Tower. Tower, hello, Vision 2 Whiskey Heavy's holding position. Fully ready to make that reposition over to 365 whenever's best for you and the traffic flow.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, confirm you are ready to immediate departure.
I firm, yeah, Vision 2 Whiskey. Before takeoff checklist.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, wind
Before takeoff checklist.
080
Left.
degree, 4 meters per second,
Set.
runway 36 right,
Checklist
clear it
complete.
for takeoff.
Alright, 365, we're clear for takeoff. Thanks, Vision 2 Whiskey. Alright. We need immediate departure, so we're going to make the reposition. There we go. Set our stuff up. Sure, we're ready to go. And
Parking brake off.
let's go. I'm going to mess around here.
Thrust set.
'Cause, I think there might be a GARM final. Alright. Off we go.
Speed alive.
There we go. Just past Alpha 5, which I'm guessing is one of the holding points.
80 knots.
There's 80. We're on TO1 here, so we're pretty... I didn't really need to do TO1. Yeah, whatever.
Rotate.
Up we go.
E2. Positive right, gear up.
And
gear up.
Gear up. FS Airlines
five.
is picking up
Flaps
state
5.
takeoff. It's good.
Autopilot. Autopilot on.
Okay. AP is engaged.
Flaps 1. Flaps
And
1.
we'll take flap 1. We needed to go to 13515. $2 Whiskey's Airborne, 2,500. Thanks for your ATC today. Alright, switch over here. Vision 2 Whiskey Heavy just passed 3,000 climbing 6,000.
Flaps on. Flaps the whale.
Last mission going to evening. Again, your call time, please?
It was Vision 2 Whiskey.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, good evening. To repay the identified, you find that level 3.
All the way up 380, thanks Vision 2 Whiskey. Set flight level 380.
Flight level 380.
After takeoff checklist.
After takeoff checklist.
International 84750.
Landing gear.
Alright,
Up and off.
gears
Flaps.
locked.
Planning
Up.
final level
Go
right,
lights.
please.
Checklist.
Flaps are fine. Okay, very good. Out we go. I think that was the same person on tower from when we came in, actually.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, proceed direct to Oak Road intersection.
Direct to Okra, Vision 2 Whiskey. There it is. So, special software, Talking Flight Monitor, for those who don't know, which allows us to view the CDU, since the actual CDU of the aircraft is, of course, graphical. I also forgot to do the transition level. Let me do that right now. It's 112 11,000, something like that. It doesn't really matter because we cleared up 2380. But I'll set it in there, and we'll go to standard at about 11,000 or 110. That should be fine.
Passing 10,000 feet.
And 10,000, landing can go off. That's all sorted, yeah, and first off system seatbelts as well. And that's very nice, we're cleared to 380, so with that I'll pause the video and come back at some point on our arrival. Just leveling at flight level 380 here, and 0.85, 480 knots ground speed, still with Kiev. We should be going over to Lviv shortly.
This might be helpful for arriving aircraft.
Interesting here, they're talking on ATC and Kiev. They don't have any ATIS information, of course. They just have META and TAF information, obviously due to the current situation. So that's why there's no ATIS, and that's why they were giving out the transition level directly to pilots. Lviv, hello, Vision 2 Whiskey Heavy 380. Will he get the call sign? Yes, he did. Wonderful. So we're now on Lviv. Right, we just got a direct to Govan, which is about 300 miles, and we are to be 140 at Govan. We're now with Warsaw's radar, and we have about 200 miles until top of descent. Alright, on the video we are about 7 miles or so from top of descent here. ATC up a little bit. And
Wizard 122 contact preparator 118.375.
Sorry, Wizard 122, can you repeat?
Preparator 118.375.
just need to request clearance to descend from the sky.
118.3. Preparator, Wizard 122.
Vision 2 Whiskey ready for descent.
Vision 2 Whiskey descent over 140 level by Gotham.
140 go from Vision 2 Whiskey. Alright, that was what we were already cleared to. Let's see if the aircraft is going to spool back. Don't think so. We just passed the descent marker, so I will just hit intervene, and now we'll begin descending.
Walker 1581, contact approach 121.075.
So yeah, we're now inbound Govan. This was the 300 mile direct we were given at 14000. We then have various waypoints into Berlin by Delta Bravo point merge waypoints, which will take us all the way out, and they may give us a shortcut. They like doing that. So ILS 25 left is what we have planned right now. It could be ILS 25 right. That is also on the ATIS, but I've just pretty much picked one and gone with it. So we'll see what they give us. Approach speed is going to be, well, you know what, we'll do flaps 25 here. 145. So we'll copy that. It's a long runway, it's 13,000 feet, so it'll be 145. And then the information that we have was information Juliet, and it was going to be the transition level is 60 here, so I've set that up as well. Other than that, yeah, I'll get back to you a little bit later on. Right, here is Raymond. Raymond, hello, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey Heavy, descending 140 to be level Govan.
The Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, blame radar identified, confirm flight level 120.
Flight level 120, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey. Set flight level 120.
Flight level 120.
Okay, so we'll maintain, we'll meet 140 at Govan, and then we will allow VNAV to continue us down to 120 for now. Alright, we're now with arrivals, descending flight level 100, set flight level 100.
Flight level 100.
And expecting ILS 25 left, which is what we have programmed in. And yeah, all is going well so far. It's easier sometimes in the 74 to use first officer. Obviously, the issue is sometimes it doesn't understand, but at these higher flight levels it's okay because you can easily rectify it. I probably wouldn't use it on approach because the last thing you want is to be giving it speeds or something or altitudes and it misreads one of them and then or mishears one of them and messes you around. But yep, so we are 7 miles from Govan at 18,000 or 180 flight level. So yeah, it's looking probably okay to reach 140 at Govan. Aircraft might have slightly undercooked the descent, but let's see. I think it's going to be about right.
Speed brake arm.
Going to just put a little bit of speed brake out here, which is helping the aircraft descend a little bit faster because I do want to meet that. Yeah, we're going to be a little bit high, so we're supposed to be 140 at Govan, we're going to be about 160, so we're about 2,000 feet too high. The aircraft's just slightly undercooked that. Flight level 60 and turn right heading 290, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey. Set heading 290. Set heading 290. Right. I'll do it myself. 290. Heading button. And we were cleared down to 6,000. See what I mean about first officer there? It can be when you actually wanted to do something in a bit of a hurry, it'd be a pain. But now we're getting vectors, it seems. And flight level change mode is going to come on because VNAV of course doesn't like getting vectored. It's also not happy that we got speed brakes out, but let's set this speed. Yeah, 280 is actually okay. I think we have control of the speed now. Yeah, okay. Well, let's do like 260 because we do need to slow down. Of course, 10,000. So I've just taken over here from VNAV for now. It's always difficult to know in Germany, but they do like to shortcut you.
ILS set.
See, the FMC shows we have 97 miles, but that's, you know, that's if we fly the whole arrival. I'm pretty sure it's not going to happen. I mean, we're at 12,000 feet now, so yeah. Set, just put 245 knots here, give ourselves a little bit of buffer, and slow it right down through 10,000.
Indicated 258.
And when I know for sure, I'm going to go direct to the final approach fix so that we can get an accurate DME distance. I just want to make sure, absolutely sure, that he's not going to give us a sudden direct. Ignore that altimeter setting. Warning, I don't know why it's saying that. The transition level here is 60, so we're not doing anything with transition level yet. We've got 48,000 pounds of fuel, so we've got way more than we need.
Passing 10,000 feet.
So if we need to do a go around or speed 220 or greater, 5,000, 1015 is correct. Alright, we'll bring it back to 230 then. And we're going down to 5,000. Here's the story here, and we're now inbound Delta Bravo 484, so you can see we've got all these DB 483, DB 471, all these waypoints. It's a big point merge arrival, which we are not going to be flying. You would obviously not be at 8,000 feet, 85 miles out. I think we're just getting some spacing with this Lufthansa guy. But we'll do 230 for now. He said 220 or greater, so that should do us. I'm just going to retract the speed brakes in a little bit. We don't really need to be bombing it down. Track them fully. Still on the 290 heading. It's not too busy actually. This event is the Berlin Evening Rush. Doesn't seem much of a rush. I must say, German ATC is probably some of the best on vatsim. Berlin has always been very good when I've been there. Frankfurt's always very good, but Frankfurt is always a rush. There's so much going on usually at Frankfurt. Frequency changes, you know, a hell of a lot of vectors. Right heading 310, Vision 2 Delta. Set heading 310.
Heading 310.
There we go, he wants to comply now. So yeah. That's coming down here at a nice negative 1500.
Transition altitude.
And there is our transition altitude.
Checked.
I will bring the speed back now to 220. Just to help us out, because I'm pretty sure we're going to be in on the approach very soon. Here's what we'll do. 121.125. Thanks very much, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey. 21.125. So we're over to director.
181, maintain speed 180 knots until 6 right final. 180 for 6 miles final, KLM 180.
Director, hello, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey Heavy, heading 310, speed 220 or greater, 5,000.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, Director, guten Abend.
Alright, he's got us.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey turn, right heading 350.
Right heading 350, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey. Set heading 350.
Heading 350.
Alright. I'm going to bring the initial approach fix up to the top here. Get rid of these DB waypoints. And you can see all of a sudden we now have 22 miles on the CDU, or on the total distance. So that's why doing that is important, because then you can see your distance. And if we hadn't done it, then we would still be sat here thinking, oh, we've got 60 miles or something silly. 4,000 feet, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey. So we can use level change mode again. TFM is reading the sounds.
Die contact tower, when man next step Contact Foxtrot, maintain 180 knots until 6.
19 miles.
Good evening, B9H Bravo with you on bird transmission.
B9H2 Bravo, direct hello, descend 4000.
Sending 4,000 B9H Bravo.
Nice and localized. Gotta make it.
Delta Whiskey turn, right heading 010.
Right heading 010, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey.
B916 Foxtrot, contact direct, cover 180, that's delayed. Bye-bye.
Alright, we'll make the right turn by 20 degrees, so he's going to actually bring us in from the right. He's going to turn us to the right. A couple more right turns to line us up maybe. See what he does. What was I looking for? For now, maybe we'll just go speed 210 knots. Still 18 miles, so yeah. Don't want to reduce the speed too much.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey turn, left heading 280, cleared I left, runway 25 left.
Left heading 280, cleared ILS 25 left, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey.
B9H2 Bravo, descend 3000.
Now, you've got to be very careful here, because if you type in 250, there's a good chance it'll turn right, so I'm going to have to manually ease it to the left, which is a pain, but you've got to remember the heading 250, just do it incrementally. Keep it going. Arm approach mode. Still making the left turn. At 2,000 feet below the glide, so we're looking good. Going to be a little while till we pick it up. Type in the heading, finally 250. So yeah, be really careful of that on vatsim. If you are roughly in the middle of a, if they give you a heading, and it obviously you can do the mental maths, but obviously it can be difficult in the moment. We were on a heading of 010 and we were turning to a heading of 250. Now theoretically, if you type that in, it should go to the closest direction. I would have to work it out whether it would actually go left or right. Probably would have gone left, but just to be absolutely sure, if it's a big turn like that, make sure you just slowly bring it round. Maybe 50 degrees at a time or whatever to the way you're supposed to go. Or alternatively, you can use the knob on the honeycomb. If you have it, you can use that as well and twist it round to the left.
B9H2 Bravo, turn right heading 220, cleared I left, runway 25 left.
Right, 220 to the big final left,
Just waiting for the localizer to pick itself up.
180 knots until 6 miles.
180 knots to 6, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey. Right, back to 180. Take flap 1 now. Looks like we've picked up the localizer, it's turning left. And there goes altitude hold light off. So, looks like we've picked that up. Take flaps 10.
Flaps 10.
Bravo, wind speed 180, not 65.
Hopefully. It's got the localizer. Concerned. Let's see what it does.
To Delta Whiskey, contact tower, 118, that's right, bye-bye.
118.8, vision 2 Delta Whiskey. So we're 9 miles, got to maintain this till 6. Curious as to if this is going to turn left. It's very difficult to know, of course, because it doesn't show you whether the heading select is on or off. Let's see what it does. Needs to make a bit of a left turn. Tower hello, vision 2 Delta Whiskey, runway 25 left. Continue 2 Delta Whiskey.
Anything behind 80 Bravo with the 10 miles established. Man out of box, contact departure, 12006.
60 on speed. Take
Landing gear
it
down.
down. Hopefully that loc keeps turning in. I think we have got it. It's just slowly turning in. Late landing clearance vision 2 Delta Whiskey. Flaps 20. We're now bang on the loc.
Hey, fam.
Which is good. Yeah, we get it, it's fine. And 145. A little bit late on that, my bad. Go flap 25. Landing checklist.
Landing checklist.
This could well be a go around, we'll see.
Brake arm.
We're all set up,
Landing
but
gear.
we're a little bit fast, and hopefully that didn't disrupt the guy ahead of us.
Flat. Set. Checklist complete.
Behind 1247 on our point, departure.
Alright, 25 left, clear the land vision, 2 Delta Whiskey, and just to confirm with you, since we're a blind pilot and the software doesn't allow us to taxi, is it alright if we just reposition to heavy stand after rollout?
Yep.
Thanks. Okay, we're centered.
Minimum.
I think we're okay. He's done that, we've got a guy behind us. Oh boy, this was fun. This was very dodgy, but I think we're good. There we go.
Reverse thrust.
Reverse thrust. Come on. There you go. Oof. No.
100 knots.
There we go. Nice, we're on the runway. Just make sure we're not on a taxiway or something, but we definitely did to get the low.
60
Okay,
knots.
60 knots,
Manual
reverse is
brake.
idle. Woo. Get my tramp here, let's bring it to a stop, and then I'm going to reposition off the runway. Get off his runway. He's got a guy. Nice from the aircraft. Centerline deviation 5 feet. Touchdown distance 500. And the touchdown rate was, what was it? Not so great. Negative 452. 74 does like to do that, so yeah, it's alright. It was also flaps 25 and I configured her a little bit late, so we'll blame the plane. We always blame the plane. Stupid plane. It's your fault. Whatever. Alright, there we are. We are going to... Yeah, our AP was started, so we will set parking brake. Yeah, so basically the issue with TFM and first officer is just that when you're in heading, usually, so when we're in LNAV, first officer will read LNAV off, and so you know when it does that, let me turn speech off, you know when it does that it's got the localizer. With heading selects, it never reads it, so although you can see that you're turning, you don't know for sure that you've actually got the localizer. And so for quite a bit of that approach we were a little bit to the right, and it was saying, you know, like, we needed to go a little bit to the left, and I was a bit concerned whether we'd got it, but it centered itself out nicely at about 1,000, so we'll take it. 2 Whiskey's on the box. Thanks for great ATC. See you next time.
Bye bye.
Okay. Shut up. Let's submit this with FS Airlines.
Lining up one way.
Go. Here we are on gate Delta 13, which I am informed by Tramp is a heavy gate. Yeah, no, that was very nice actually. Berlin was not too busy. Like I say, Frankfurt just gets crazy busy. That was a nice level of busy. It wasn't too bad. I was kind of preoccupied with the localizer on that approach, so we were configured a little bit late, but we made it. I was also concerned by the late landing clearance. A lot of European airports, you'll notice, have pretty stringent separation. You know, they really try and get one in, one out very quickly, and you know, it can sometimes be like 3 miles, 4 miles, and you know, you can get late landing clearances at there's one landing there. You can get late landing clearances at 300, you know, 200, whatever. The US doesn't tend to do that quite as much, it seems, but Europe, you know, yeah, that's how it can be. So you often hear that late landing clearance, and then you know, could be in for a bit of a dicey one, but luckily there was no go around. I was fully expecting maybe there would be because of that, and the fact that I was a bit late in configuring the aircraft, but yeah, I was alright. Okay, there you go then, guys. 2 videos. I hope this one was a little bit better volumes wise than the first one, and 2 videos around Ukraine, one in and one out to the Berlin event. So yeah, we'll see you next time.